Hello horror fans and welcome back to the scariest channel on YouTube, Top 5 Scary Videos, the place where no paranormal activity can go undeterred without us poking our curious little noses into their ghostly goings on. What's going on guys? As always, I'll be your spirit guide Jack Finch as we crank up the EVP recorder, slap up a few ultraviolet lights and try not to trip the motion sensor detectors and take a look at the top 5 scary ghost videos that can't be explained. Roll the clip. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm a stickler for science. For the most part, logic allows us to explain away the things that go bump in the night, letting us sleep easy with the knowledge that our house isn't infested with spirits and anomalous entities brimming with malintent. It's just the pipes creaking or the house settling, right? But sometimes, just sometimes, we could be wrong, and a certain group of people go to incredible lengths to hurl a stick in our spokes and throw us off our metaphorical bicycle of comfortable certainty. In this era of technology, everyone has access to a camera, and with that many people recording that many things, it's inevitable that something weird crops up. Well, let's take a look. Before we jump into that though, you know the drill by now, horror fans. If you're a fan of this video, the paranormal and the unexplainable, or just top 5 scary in general, then be a dear and hit that thumbs up button as well as that subscribe bell so you can stay up to date with your daily dose of horror. On with the show. Kicking off at number 5, Wentworth Woodhouse. Back in December of 2017, a group of investigators known as Soul Reaper Paranormal headed out to Rotherham, South Yorkshire to Wentworth Woodhouse, a 17th century private estate that is notorious as a paranormal hotspot. The paranormal investigation team did an entire sweep of the 23,000 square yard building, but within just 2 minutes of being there, they caught this perplexing footage. Allegedly, the team described the apparition as being the same height as a child, and after standing in direct view of the cameraman, appeared to float through the wall as if trying to lead the team in a certain direction. The team described the spirit as being awash with residual energy, which is interesting because the majority of these apparitions can be explained away as a lens flare or a flicker of light, but in this case, the shape still holds its form even though when the footage is inverted. Interesting, right? Well, what do you guys think? Next up at number 4, sounds from the basement. Admittedly, this is an audio video, so I'll give you fair credit for feeling a little cheated. However, the content of this minute-long YouTube video is so strangely disturbing that I just had to make this list. Published over a decade ago in 2007, YouTuber Don Garvey responded to a homeowner that had regularly heard strange, unsettling noises coming from their basement, and so, along with a paranormal investigation team, set up some rudimentary audio recording equipment in the basement to see what was going on. After 3 days of capturing no compelling explanation, on the 4th night, just after 3 AM, they realised that there was something down there making an otherwise otherworldly racket. Now, Don has defended this footage for over a decade, regularly explaining that the footage was completely unedited other than being amplified, and maintaining that he still has no explanation for the ghostly sound. Either he's got one hell of a poker face, or he really did capture the wailing of a disturbed spirit. Coming in at number 3, Dreamwater Lounge. And we're going back to England again because we all know that's where the spookiest stuff happens, right? In 2015, some pretty unnerving CCTV footage was captured at the Dreamwater Lounge wine bar in Stockton Heath, Cheshire, following decades of reports from staff of strange happenings on the property who regularly complained of an unsettling feeling throughout. Well, at 1 minute 15, the CCTV camera captures what appears to be an incredibly clear silhouette of a figure moving throughout the corridor before disappearing and the camera shaking back to normality. Well, horror fans, I've got to be honest with you, the reason that I chose this clip for our number 3 spot, right in the middle, is because, well, it's a fake. A very good fake, but still an obviously doctored piece with some very clear tampered editing to propagate a paranormal story. Remember, it's important to be vigilant when facing the unexplainable. At 37 seconds when the lights cut, it appears to rain on the camera. However, the streak marks seem to take away the hard-coded date and timestamp, which just doesn't happen. It's not on the camera lens in any way unless the spirit possesses the power to cause digital precipitation, which Who knows? Well, we'll leave the link to this video in the info box so you can check it out for yourself and let us know your thoughts in the comment box down below. Next up at number 2, Gettysburg Ghosts.
Right there. See? Look.
There's nobody there.
Which, compared to our previous point, is definitely a video that myself, as well as the majority of the internet, find incredibly difficult to explain away because it's just so weird, and the perfect example of a difficult to explain ghost video. This is heralded by many as the most genuine paranormal footage ever captured, and has held that title ever since it was filmed way back when, in November of 2001. Husband and wife duo Delia and Tim Underwood were visiting the triangular field at Gettysburg on a day trip with their grandchildren, when after filming the site they noticed something appear along the tree line. Shapes, figures, almost too clear to be true figures of what appeared to be American Civil War soldiers moving in formation. Now, I'm going to level with you guys, I've tried to look as critically as possible at this footage and I'm still stumped. The video quality is low at best, which would make any post editing pretty obvious. There's none of that. Other than several very unlikely lens flares, I don't have an explanation. Check it out for yourselves and let us know your thoughts in the comment box down below. And finally, at our number 1 spot, thing in the hallway. Now, it's important to remember that this piece of footage was made for entertainment, but still, I think the possibility of it being tampered with is incredibly low, and nevertheless, it doesn't make it any less terrifyingly weird. Ghost Stalkers, a short-lived paranormal documentary series from veteran investigator John E.L. Tenney, featured an episode where himself and his assistant spent the night alone in violently haunted locations. It's important to note that this episode was the only television show to ever capture a full-body apparition on camera, and that's kind of a big deal. The figure that has now become known as the Tall Man was filmed inside the Old Taylor Memorial Hospital in Hawkinsville, Georgia, a notorious hotspot for the paranormal, and well, I'm pretty sure the show's creators couldn't believe their eyes after capturing one of the most chilling pieces of paranormal evidence ever. Again, we'll leave the link in the info box down below so you can check it out in full. Yeah, that's some pretty spooky stuff. Unfortunately folks, that's all we've got time for in today's video. Cheers for sticking around all the way to the end. If you've enjoyed this video, go ahead and give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe bell so you can stay up to date with your daily dose of horror. As always, I've been your host Jack Finch. You've been watching Top 5 Scary Videos, and until next time, you take it easy.